So back when I was a kid, I really hate the math, especially the multiplication. But ever since I see Alice, I changed my mind. I would keep multiplying non-stop with her, even that could mean ending the ecology system. And of course I mean the math, cause she liked things symmetric. One thing that I really like about Alice that a real woman doesn't have is that you don't have to second guess her mood cause she got this woman translator. I mean the rabbit ear, real woman doesn't have rabbit ear. My channel has only 1% female audience, so I think I could get away with this. Anyway, how do you guys feel about playing Alice? I feel like she's one of the cleanest characters I've ever played. She got really sick animation. The idea of disposable sword is like really sick. I believe that is coming from the attacks of Titan, cause the blade that these people are using are also disposable. And I don't think anyone could get tired of her throwing off the sword casually. She's basically treating her sword like a straw, like you ain't supposed to use it the second time. Especially the paper straw. That thing is diabolical, man. Anyway, she does feels like the mix of Miyabi and Yanagi, but in physical anomaly. Like she has this triple charge hold attack and the polarized disorder. Like Yanagi's polarized disorder is based off the damage of the last anomaly applied. So let's say if you're playing Yanagi with Nicole, if Yanagi used her polarized disorder on top of the Nicole's anomaly, it would barely does any damage because the damage is coming from the Nicole. But Alice doesn't have that much of a problem like that because no matter the anomaly builds up, she would still be able to proc 100% of her damage on the assault. She could also proc extra damage with polarized disorder if there are any other anomaly on top of that, just like Yanagi. So she wouldn't lose as much damage as Yanagi if you're not doing it correctly. So she got that extra layer of safety net when you mess up. And by the way, we can't really talk about Alice without Yanagi because their kids are just bread and butter. They go so well together. It's almost like Section 6 is financially backed up by Alice because both Miyabi and Yanagi just work so well with her. And it's because she's rich, like Lucy rich, because they were like the classmate, which is as rich as the richest person in the entire game. Her polarized disorder doesn't have inner cooldown. With the Yanagi's polarized disorder, it means that you could use hold attack and follow with Yanagi's skill immediately without worrying about the disorder not proxing. Unlike the ordinary disorder, they do have 3-second cooldown. And when you're putting Yanagi with the Alice, if you find your Yanagi couldn't catch up with the Alice builds up to proc the disorder, then you should definitely be using Freedom Blue. This might be a conspiracy theory, but I think Alice also found the Mockingbird because Vivian also works so well with her. So basically her bloom damage would scale differently with different attribute, and physical anomaly is the one that scaled the best, approximately 135% when compared to fire. Yep, more numbers means stronger. And she's also like Yanagi and Miyabi, she's more of a on-field bursty anomaly. She doesn't take as much on-field time as Jane though, and that allows her to have very flexible team comp as an anomaly DPS, including Jane Doe and Piper, which are also physical. And by the way, Piper would probably outperform Jane Doe without the signature, cause she's just slightly behind Jane Doe with the signature. Her iframe is also really good, but not all over the top just like Miyabi. The animation that you want to pay extra attention to is at the end of basic attack 5, cause that's when you lose your iframe and you gotta get hit, and you kind of have to brace yourself during the basic 5 animation and prepare to dodge. And the animation of her basic 5 is basically she vanished herself and symmetrically slashing in AoE. That is when you wanna prep yourself to dodge. The stack that she's using on the top left is called the Sword Etiquette, and I think it's easier to charge than the Miyabi stack because she could get a lot of it from the random sources, like from her basic attack, any assault and disorder from the team, and in practice, 2 skill with some basic attack would be able to fully charge the Sword Etiquette, or you could do ultimate into a skill to get the fast enhanced basic attack, which is the triple charge attack of the Outless. The stack is calculated as 300, ultimate would give 200, skill would give about 100, any disorder from the team would get 30, any assault from the team would give 10, basic attack would also get it, but it doesn't really specify how much, but I think it's not bad at all. Unlike Miyabi, in some cases, you could 1 charge or 2 charge enhanced basic attack, but Owless is 100% tied to triple charge, cause her polarized disorder and polarized assault could only be procs with the triple charge attack. And just like Miyabi, her enhanced basic attack actually took a long time, so you do wanna remind yourself to swap her off when she's using her enhanced basic attack, but you don't wanna swap back to her too quickly with quick assist, cause you would probably lose 50% of the damage if you'd miss that last hit, just like Evelyn and Miyabi. The other thing that make her feels almost identical as playing Miyabi, you do wanna use her enhanced basic attack right after you procs the assault because of this core skill. Basically, it means that the sooner you use the enhanced basic attack or trigger the disorder with another anomaly, you would get significantly more damage. And one really cool thing about the Outless is that you could dodge the enemy with the skill. It could be with energy and without energy, and basic attacking after that would give you a pretty good amount of Sword Etiquette. Like, one thing about playing Outless is that you wanna spam basic attack right after any action, like quick assist to basic 5, parry to basic 5, and dodge to basic 5. But you wanna keep spamming the basic until you see the animation of basic 5, which is this one. So pressing basic 1 time after those is not gonna be enough. So definitely keep that in mind to get that extra Sword Etiquette. I'm not so sure about her overall power levels cause I don't have the content creator's experience, but from what I heard, we could expect that she could perform at the levels of Evelyn in the right team, like the Yuzuha and Yanagi, and she's actually so much more free-to-play friendly than I was initially thought. She actually kind of need her signature, but she could also work well without Yuzuha and Yanagi. She would be doing perfectly fine without any other S rank. I thought she's gonna be one of those restrictive anomaly who needs a certain types of teammate to work, but apparently she's not. You could slap her with good old Lucy Piper team and it would work just fine. And the other team that I want to recommend is gonna be the Astra Nicole team. This team is not so free-to-play friendly, but the Astra ownership rate is like 90%, so I guess a lot of you could make use of that. But you gotta put Freedom Blue on either Astra or Nicole. Putting it on Astra would be slightly better, but I don't think it worth the grind. So generally a highly recommendable characters if you need a DPS as a new player. Even though she's not gonna be at the same levels as the Yixuan and the Miyabi, she's perfectly fine as a solo DPS, but she's gonna be unstoppable if you have another anomaly accompany with. So I guess that's about it for today, and see ya guys.